Nancy J. in Disneyland, on location with the celebrity spotlight on Tangled. This is the 50th animated film from Disney, and it puts a new spin on Rapunzel.
I mean, I think it's a huge honor to be a part of Disney's 50th animated film. It's not a bad thing to have in your back pocket. I mean, it's sort of like everything could sort of end career-wise for me right here, and I think I'd be okay. This is a huge deal.
I could get used to a view like this. Yep, I'm used to it. Guys, I want a castle. Ah, the kingdom. It is beautiful. Clapping, dancing, general merrymaking, not a care in the world. At least for most folks. See that handsome fellow running for his life? That is me. They just can't get my nose right. And that tower? Well, in that tower, there lived a girl who was just waiting for her life to begin. We really hit it off. How you doing?
Love is that your character is bigger than life.
Yeah.
Which is so theatrical, so stagey.
Yeah.
So that had to be fun when you're doing your songs and you're singing and you're by yourself, so you can be as big as you want, right?
Yeah, and it's interesting because I work in film as well, and television, and people always say, "Oh, is it hard to bring it down?" And I always say no, because even when I'm working in the theater, I keep it real, and then if somebody says this needs to be bumped up, then I do, but I'm not drawn to just go big right away. Now, here was a situation where they just said, you can be as grand and theatrical. And we would, when you're recording this, you try it many, many ways. And really, the choices are left for the writer, director, producer, editor.
Right.
They make the choices. As an actress, I try to give them as many options as possible. And again, with this character, you could kind of justify it swinging anyway.
Right.
I could say, oh, Rapunzel, darling. I could say, Rapunzel, darling, or it could be, Rapunzel, darling, because she's a little crazy.
Right.
She swings it, she's kind of manic, and it was a blast to play with that.
Did you get to actually sing together at all for Tangled?
We did, yes. Yeah, we did, which was actually the only time we got to meet and work together in the film.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with animated films, I went into the experience thinking like, oh my gosh, all these fun people are going to be a part of it. We're all going to, pal around, and it's going to be so much fun. And then you end up in a giant recording room by yourself.
Right.
Yes.
But it does allow, as we talked about before, it does allow you to kind of like let loose, and because not knowing somebody, that's you got to work into that chemistry. But if you don't have to be in front of a perfect stranger and letting loose and getting into this character, it's freeing. It's freeing.
It is. You sort of get to go into I don't know, I got to tap into my inner child, and I was unafraid to be goofy, and you're sitting there making all of these weird effort sounds, hitting the frying pan, and when you're in a room by yourself doing that, it's probably a little bit more less embarrassing, I would say.
Gentleman that I am, I decided to help her.
I'm prepared to offer you a deal.
She could not resist me. I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice. Here comes the smolder. You coming, Blondie? And before we knew it, we began to uncover some secrets.
I have to know what they are.
I mean, this is serious stuff that just might turn this kingdom upside down.
Flynn?
Ryder! Run!
Well, and I love the idea because you are the new heroine.
I had not.
I mean, she
thought
is.
Is that brilliant?
That is brilliant.
I know.
A heroine.
Yeah.
The original heroine.
That's right, the original
with her
one.
70 feet of hair.
That's right. But then we have the stud over here. I mean, we love you on TV. You've done some great films.
Thank you.
But I didn't know. I mean, you are an animated character, but you're a real stud in this.
I try. Flynn is he's quite confident until he ends up just getting beat up by the guards or a horse, either punched in the face or kicked in the groin or whatever the case may be. But he still maintains his cool and his kind of je ne sais quoi, as it were.
Something brought you here. Fate, destiny.
A horse. Garçon! Your finest table, please.
Who's that?
They don't like me.
Who's that?
Let's just assume for the moment that everyone in here doesn't like me.
Look out!
This is kind of an off day for me. This doesn't normally happen.
Go. Live your dream.
I will.
Your dream stinks. I was talking to her.
Look for Tangled at your Real Time Theater.